The world is loud. Power lives in silence. 2026 is not a normal year. It is the year where noise will not win. Speed will not win. Emotion will not win. The ones who will win are those who can stay silent under pressure. Those who can think clearly while everyone else panics. Those who can stand inside the crowd without becoming the crowd. This is not a motivational video. This is not comfort. What I'm about to give you is dangerous. A code. A 400-year-old survival code written by a man who chose isolation over belonging, calm over chaos, strategy over emotion. His name was Miyamoto Musashi. By the end of this video, you will not see the world the same way, because this is not self-help. This is a survival manual for 2026. Welcome to the Musashi Survival Code. Modern society is designed to keep you distracted. Notifications, messages, opinions, validation. Your attention is under constant attack. Musashi lived alone by choice. In caves. In forests. In silence. Not because he hated people, but because he understood something most never will. A mind that cannot be alone does not belong to itself. In 2026, attention is currency, distraction is control, and noise is weakness. Musashi's principle was, observe everything, attach to nothing. Isolation is not loneliness. Isolation is mental sovereignty. So how do you apply this? 2 to 3 hours of forced isolation daily. Phone off. No music. No external input. Just work, just thinking. 1 hour of real isolation is more powerful than 10 hours of distracted effort. Next, emotional detachment. Emotion is modern slavery. Musashi never fought in anger. Because anger is predictable. Fear is predictable. Ego is predictable. And anything predictable can be controlled. In 2026, emotional people will be manipulated effortlessly. Most people are weak because of their instant reactions, emotional decisions, and their addiction to validation. Musashi's rule was simple. Do not let your heart be swayed. Discipline your emotional control. Observe your emotions, don't obey them. Delay your reactions by 24 hours. Make decisions only in a calm state. The calm mind doesn't fight harder. It fights smarter. Now let's talk about Shuhari. It's the only skill system that matters. Musashi was not just a swordsman. He was a painter, a philosopher, a strategist. He mastered Shuhari. Let me explain. You learn the rules. You break the rules. And you create your own system. In 2026, AI will give everyone Shu-level skills, the basic knowledge. The real difference will be at the level, the creative and innovative thinking. Here's how to use Shuhari. Choose one high-value skill. Dedicate 6 months to ruthless discipline. Then spend 6 months experimenting. Average people copy. Warriors create. Then there is timing, or yoshi. Power is knowing when. Musashi understood that strength alone doesn't win battles. Timing does. In 2026, acting too early burns you out. Acting too late erases you from the game. Perfect timing dominates. Musashi's insight was to perceive that which cannot be seen. For strategic practice, observe before you act. Stay silent longer than others, and move when chaos peaks. Winners don't rush. They strike when others hesitate. Finally, simplicity. Complexity is a refuge for the weak. Musashi lived simply. Few possessions. Few words. Clear thinking. The trap in 2026 will be having too many goals, too much information, too many plans. Musashi's law was to think lightly of yourself and deeply of the world. To apply simplicity, focus on only 1 or 2 goals. Create one daily system. Eliminate all unnecessary decisions. Simple systems create unstoppable consistency. Isolation, detachment, mastery, timing, simplicity. This is the code. This is how you don't just survive 2026, but conquer it. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more. Ever feel like the world is trying to control you? Let's talk about the legendary samurai, Miyamoto Musashi, and a lesson that's more relevant than ever: no attachment. Musashi rejected comfort, status, and even belonging. Why? Because attachment creates weakness. Think about it. In our modern world, attachment to specific outcomes creates anxiety. This isn't about being cold or uncaring. It's about discipline. It means focusing on the process, not just the results. It's learning to ignore both praise and insults because your worth isn't tied to them. He understood a fundamental truth that many of us forget. Motivation is unreliable. It comes and goes like the weather. But discipline is permanent. It's a foundation you build brick by brick every single day. You can create this for yourself with a simple daily ritual system. It doesn't have to be complicated. Start with a fixed sleep time. No distractions, just pure focus. Carve out a fixed hour for learning every day. They don't just build habits. They forge a will of iron. But silent people? They are the ones who observe, decide, and act with precision. So how to use silence as a weapon? It's simple. Speak less, act more. Let your results do the talking. Let the quality of your work intimidate your competition. When you're in a negotiation or a difficult conversation, learn to pause. Let the silence hang in the air. You'll be amazed at what the other person reveals just to fill the quiet. Remember, silence is not empty. It is loaded with power, focus, and intent. So let's bring it all together. This is the Musashi survival code for the modern age. If you want more than just to get by, if you truly want to thrive and dominate in your world, you must transform yourself. Become silent, letting your actions speak for you. Become skilled through relentless practice. Become detached, freeing yourself from the chains of anxiety and expectation. Become strategic, thinking several moves ahead. And above all, become disciplined, the bedrock of all your strength. The world is not going to hand you success. It will not prepare you for the chaos that's inevitably coming. You have to take responsibility. You must forge yourself into the warrior, ready for any challenge. This isn't just a philosophy. It's a practical guide to becoming unbreakable. This is the Musashi survival code. Thanks for watching. If this resonated with you, hit that like button and subscribe for more content on building a warrior's mindset. See you in the next one. What's the biggest threat in 2026? It's not AI, it's not the economy, and it's not the competition. It's internal collapse. See, most people won't fail with a bang. They'll fail silently, not because they aren't capable, but because their minds are fragmented, pulled in 1,000 different directions. The legendary samurai Miyamoto Musashi understood this centuries ago. His code of conduct wasn't about fighting others. It was about winning the war inside yourself. So, what would Musashi's day look like if he were alive in our modern world, facing the chaos of 2026? It would be brutally simple, built on a structure designed for survival. Let's start with the morning. He would control his mind before the world had a chance to attack it. That means waking up early. And the most important rule? No phone for the first 60 minutes. Instead, he would embrace silence, focus on his breathing, engage in light movement. This isn't about productivity hacks you see online. This is about achieving mental dominance. Because if you lose the morning, you lose the entire day. Your mind is already scattered before you've even begun. Next, midday. This is the time for deep work, but with a critical twist. Deep work without identity. Musashi never practiced his swordsmanship for applause. He practiced to sharpen his blade, for himself. In 2026, this principle is more important than ever. It means you work without announcing it. You create without feeling the need to explain it to everyone. You improve yourself without posting every little step. You must detach your identity from your output. When you do this, your work becomes cleaner. Your focus becomes unbreakable. You're not performing, you're mastering. Then comes the evening. How do most people end their day? By consuming noise scrolling through feeds, binging shows, getting lost in distractions. Musashi would end his day by reviewing himself. He would turn inward and ask the hard questions. Where did emotion control me today? Where did I hesitate when I should have acted? Where did I act too fast without thinking? This isn't about finding motivation, it's about making corrections. Consistent correction will always beat fleeting motivation. And what about social interaction? Musashi wasn't antisocial. He was selectively social. He understood that not all interactions are equal. For 2026, his rule would be simple but powerful. Everyone talks, but very few observe. So apply this rule to your life. Speak less than you know. Promise less than you can actually do. And reveal nothing that is unnecessary. In a world where everyone overshares, mystery is leverage. It gives you space to think, to observe, and to act with precision. Now, a final warning. This code, this path, is not for everyone. It's not comfortable. Following it means you will often feel isolated. You might be misunderstood by those around you. You will be thinking and moving so differently that you'll feel ahead of your time. Most people simply cannot live without constant validation from others. And that is precisely why most people will never be truly formidable. Musashi wasn't looking for followers who would just listen. He was looking for disciples of discipline who would act. So what's the takeaway here? In 2026, the loud will compete with each other for attention. The emotional will burn out from the constant drama. The distracted will inevitably fall behind. And while all that chaos is happening, the silent, those who have mastered their inner world, will quietly take control. If you apply even half of this code to your life, you will start to think differently. You will move differently. You will make decisions differently. This isn't just some abstract philosophy. This is a practical manual for survival. This is the Musashi Survival Code for 2026. Start implementing it now. Thanks for watching. If this resonated with you, subscribe for more content that cuts through the noise.